Yo quisiera enamorarme, pero no puedo, Yo quisiera enamorarme, pero no puedo. Sorry, yo no confío, nah, ni en mí mismo confío. Si quieres que esto se frío, yo quiero vivir el último mundo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stan Cohen Court in the SUNY Canton Athletic Center, the Rouge House. On behalf of Athletic Director Randy Sinitsky, Head Coach Chris Clausen, Assistant Coach Katie Clausen, and Student Manager Logan Allen, it is my privilege to welcome you to this afternoon's SUNY Athletic Conference regular season finale between the visiting Fredonia State Blue Devils and your own SUNY Canton Rouge! But first, listen up. Our SUNY student athletes and coaches welcome you to today's competition. We ask fans to support the goals of good sportsmanship by maintaining a positive competitive atmosphere as our student athletes strive to reach their potential. Courtesy to officials, coaches, and competitors is expected. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, taunting, and intimidating actions are expressions of poor sportsmanship and are grounds for removal from this site. We appreciate and thank you for your support and encouragement. Good luck to all the competitors and enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'll ask you to rise, remove your headgear, and join us as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. Devils. Starting at guard, a 5'8" sophomore from Macedon, New York, number 4, Ashley Calvitis. Starting at guard, a 5'8" sophomore from St. Mary's, Pennsylvania, number 15, Jasa Snellick. Starting at guard, a 5'3" junior from Penfield, New York, number 23, Grace Alexander. Starting at forward, a 5'9" junior from Union Springs, New York, number 24, Peyton Gilbert. Starting at forward, a 5'11" junior from Syracuse, New York, number 33, Shakira Stackhouse. And the coach of the Blue Devils, Sherry Nowatzki. And now, the starting lineup for your SUNY Canton Blues. Starting at guard, a 5'3" junior from San Jose, California, number 2, Sierra Cabo. Starting at guard, a 5'10" junior from Fayetteville, New York, number 19, Kate Granger. Starting at guard, a 5'3" senior from Bolingbrook, Illinois, number 33, Hope Adeseco. Starting at forward, a 5'11" sophomore from Plain, New York, number 20, Matt McCrory. Starting at forward, a 5'11" senior from Silver Creek, New York, number 23, Abby Rice. And the coach of your Blues, Chris Blossom.
Welcome everyone tonight, as we are on the second night or day of the last weekend of regular season play for our women and men's basketball teams. As the tip-off is won by the Roos here with a quick shot from Kate Granger, quick 3 right off the get-go from Kate Granger. As I was saying before, the Roos decided to start off hot quickly. Last game of the regular season here tonight. Another quick 3 by Fredonia right there. It's going to be an air ball and a miss. Last regular season game of SUNY play and regular season for both these teams here. Roos coming off a very impressive win against Buffalo State yesterday. And they look to lock down the 3rd seed tonight with the win here against Fredonia. Here's Kate Granger at the elbow now. She finds Abigail Rice down low, and the layup is good from Abigail Rice. The Roos off to a quick start here, 5-0 already. Less than a minute in. The Blue Devils going to look to try and get a bucket here to respond. They get the ball to the elbow, out to the corner. They drive in, hand off outside. They're going to call for a travel as she took too many steps right there. That's Grace Alexander. Took one too many steps with the ball before she put the ball on the ground. Now here's Sierra Powell. She's going to throw it up quickly to Kat McRobbie. Kat McRobbie's going to take it herself. No, she's going to drop it down low to Abigail Rice, who gets the layup in. Roos off to a hot start already here, a minute in. Fredonia going to want to try and find something here. Here's Calvitis. Hands it off. That's Stackhouse with the ball now in the corner. Swings it over to Gilbert. Gilbert going to hand it back off Took a step right there, but not going to call it. Down low. It's Gilbert with the ball, loses it into the corner. Fredonia for the three is good. That's Grace Alexander knocking down the corner three, getting Fredonia their first bucket of the game with 8:20 left already. Here's Sierra Pablo. Going to swing it over to Aniceto. Hope Aniceto, the senior guard. Looking to run the floor for the Roos. Gives it back to Pablo. Pablo going to swing it over to Granger. Granger going to kick it off to Aniceto, who's got the space for the three, but it's no good as it hits the side of the backboard. And Fredonia are going to look to try and push the effort here, as they got a quick 2-on-2, but they're going to bring it back out. That's a three, but it's no good from Grace Alexander. But the rebound by Gilbert, she keeps fighting for it, but misses the layup, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be SUNY Canton ball going the other way. Very fast-paced action already early on here in this first quarter. Here's Aniceto with the ball now. Going to give it to McRobbie back up top. That's Pablo. Pablo's got space. Fredonia's running a zone here. They're going to leave Granger wide open for a three again. And she hits it a second time now. 2 for 2 for Kate Granger. Beyond the arc now. Here's Calvitis. Going to kick it down low. That's Gilbert in the post. Left hand is good from Peyton Gilbert. Roos not going to waste any time here, though. Already back on the other side of the court with it. Fredonia switched it back over to the man now. Hand off to Kate Granger. She's got space again, but she ain't going to take it. Going to give it to Aniceto, who swings it over to McRobbie. Back out to Aniceto. She's got space for a three, but it's no good. High bounce hits the support beam that knocks it out of bounds. 10-5 to score here now with 6:55 left on the clock in the first quarter. Here's Calvitis. She's going to be taking it up for the Blue Devils. Going to look to take it in herself. Left hand, but she's going to stop. Kick it over to Gilbert. Gilbert going to take the contact, but the layup's no good. McRobbie with a huge rebound. As Abigail Rice on the drive from Gilbert took a shot to the chest. Rice seems to be in a bit of pain from the shot from, not necessarily, it wasn't a malicious shot. It looks like Gilbert's shoulder got hit her right in the chest. Definitely not a pleasant feeling. And that's gonna bring Jada Pina in for Abigail Rice now. The senior big for the Roos. Here's Sierra Pablo now, outside. Gonna throw it down to Pina. She's gonna look to post up, but they're gonna double team her. And they're gonna get called for a jump ball now. It's gonna be Blue Devils ball going the other way. Very important game for the Blue Devils here tonight, as they're still fighting for a playoff spot. Roos are locked into the playoffs at this point. This game only solidifies the third seed for them, but the Blue Devils are still trying to fight to be able to be guaranteed to make playoffs. And down low, the hook shot is no good from Stackhouse. Rebound by McRobbie. Gonna give it to Pablo now. Got Pina with her. Pablo's gonna take the mid-range jumper, but it's no good. Weird bounce caresses away. Gilbert gets the rebound. Calvitis is gonna throw it up the court quickly. That's Grace Alexander right there. Going to take it to the baseline. Reverse layup is no good. McRobbie with the rebound yet again. McRobbie grabbing a handful of boards now for the Roos. Here's Kate Granger. Going to hand it off to Pina. Pina's thought about the mid-range shot. Give it to Aniceto, though. And Aniceto's going to take the deep three, but it's no good. And McRobbie was able to knock it away. Pablo almost got her hands on it, but it's no good. Here comes the Blue Devils. Here's Gilbert. Take the contact from Pina and is going to draw the foul. Peyton Gilbert going to go to the line now for the Blue Devils. A few subs coming in for the Roos. Natalie Bush along with Marika Kroon. Gilbert's first free throw is no good. Second free throw is no good either. Granger with the rebound. little bit of press from the Blue Devils here, but Pablo's able to break it quickly. Natalie Bush going to take the quick three-point jumper. It's no good, but McRobbie able to grab the rebound. McRobbie going to bring it back up herself, but the shot's no good. And Natalie Bush, fighting for it, was able to get the jump ball. It's going to stay Rue's ball below the basket. Good hustle by Natalie Bush right there. Pablo going to be inbounding it for the Roos here. They're going to throw it up to McRobbie. McRobbie going to try and make a move now. Right hand. A lot of contact, but she grabs her own rebound and is able to put it in. Calvite is going to try and get something going here for the Blue Devils. Handoff, kick down low to Gilbert. Back outside. Outside shot. They got the space. No, they're going to hit it down low to Gilbert. Good post move right there, but unable to get the layup to go. Kroon with a big rebound. And here's Granger moving the ball up for the Roos now. Going to take the quick screen from McRobbie. Kick out to Bush. And it's going to go back out to Pablo, who's going to reset it for the Roos. That's Kroon up top. Over to McRobbie. They got the bigs playing on the arc, spreading the floor. Here's Pablo. Back out to Granger. She's already hit 2 now. And she's 3 now for 3. Kate Granger with a quick 9 points here so far in this first quarter. Blue Devils trying to find an answer, but this Roos defense is doing very well right now. They got it up at the free throw line. Ball picked up, and she lost it and fell down with it. Ball might go out of bounds here, but no, Calvitas is able to hang on to it. And that's Peyton Gilbert now on top with it. As it's going to go over to Grace Alexander. He's going to try and make a move over 3 people, but it's no good. Kroon with the rebound. And she throws it up to Bush. Almost lost it. Bush is going to try and take it herself. Turnaround jumper's no good. Kroon with the offensive rebound, but she gets knocked out of bounds. So it's going to be Blue Devils ball going the other way. And we got some more subs coming in here. Looks like Emma Deal, Emma Perez, and Grace Villeneuve coming in for the Roos. As we have a timeout by the Blue Devils here. Very quick start for the SUNY Canton Roos early on in this game. Quick 9 points from Kate Granger. Not missing a 3 yet so far that she has taken. And Kat McRobbie running the boards right now for the Roos. Really good start that Coach Clausen Coach Clausen loves to see a good start like that, especially compared to how yesterday's game started, where the first quarter ended in an 8-7 score from both teams. So complete polar opposite start for the women's basketball team here today. And during this little break, I do want to give a little shout out to any out-of-state family members or fans who are watching the game, tuning in. I know that this team has very deep connections. Everyone's treated like family here at this college, and we always appreciate everyone who's out of state or far away tuning in to give any support to our athletes here. A little bit of a different lineup here for the Roos. See before Emma Perez, Emma Dio, Grace Villeneuve coming in for the Roos. A few subs came in for the Blue Devils here too. As Anika Anderson is checked in. Swing up top. That's Anderson right there with the ball. Anderson going to take the mid-range pull-up, and it rims out. Villeneuve with the rebound. Going to hand it over to Perez. Perez, the senior guard. Over to Emma Deal. Emma Deal's got the ball. Back to Kroon. Back to Emma Deal. Emma Deal had the space for 3, but she's not going to take it. Going to take it herself below the basket. Feeds it to Kroon off, but Kroon gets it knocked away. Good play right there by Deal and Kroon. But the Blue Devils defense was able to knock it away. Here's Perez taking the ball out for the Roos. Going to toss it up to Natalie Bush. Feeds it over to Villeneuve. Back to Bush. Bush tosses it into Emma Deal. Looking for the post up, but she looked to feed it back out to Villeneuve, but it's going to go out of bounds. A little bit of miscommunication by the Roos right there. Here come the Blue Devils now. Offense has been very shaky so far this whole first quarter. That's Grace Alexander right there. Got Bush jumping. Gonna throw it across the court. That's Anderson for three, but it's no good. Villeneuve gonna jump on top of it and grab the rebound. Able to get it across half court and he feeds it over to Amadil. Back to Villeneuve. Villeneuve's gonna take the quick jumper, but it's no good. Perez able to get a hand on it, but the Blue Devils come on top of it. That's Stackhouse with the rebound. Blue Devils feed it to the corner. Drive, layup is no good from Ava Brazier. Amadil with the rebound. Amadil, and they're gonna leave her open for the mid-range, but it's no good. Stackhouse grabs the board for the Blue Devils. Emma Perez able to get a hand on it again, but that's Jasa Snellick able to drive in with the layup right there for the Blue Devils, finally getting them a bucket. They haven't seen one in a few minutes now. 8-point lead for the Roos right now. Here's Villeneuve on top with it. Feeds it over to Emma Perez. Looks to get something going for the Roos. Emma Perez gonna try and size up the defender. Swings it over to Deal. Deal looking to drive in. 6 seconds left on the clock. Feeds it over to Bush. A lot of contact, but Bush ain't able to get it up. Villeneuve able to get the shot up, but it's an air ball. Brazier grabbed the rebound, and here comes the Blue Devils. There's Grace Alexander. Kicks it out top. That's Anderson for three. And it's good for the Blue Devils right there. Anika Anderson with the three. 5-point game now for the Roos. Blue Devils offense finally starting to wake up a little bit here towards the end of the first quarter. And Roos offense starting to get a little bit of a dry spell. Here's Emma Deal now. Over to Villeneuve. Swings over to Perez. They got a player down low in the post. And Natalie Bush going to pull the three, but it's no good. And that's Olivia Roberts with the rebound. But the putback is no good. From Snellick. Feeds it over to Anderson. Layup no good. Snellick able to grab the rebound, but it's going to get fouled on the ground. No shot. It's Jasa Snellick. Looks like they're going to say the foul's on the ground, so no free throws. Roos, big substitution changes here. Kate Granger, Kat McRobbie, and Sierra Prabo coming back out for the Roos. 37 seconds left in the first quarter here now. Brazier going to be taking the ball out. And it's Grace Alexander being subbed out. Feed up top to Anderson. Going to take the quick three, and she's good. That back-to-back threes for Anika Anderson. 3-point game now with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Sierra Pablo with the ball now. Feeds it over to Kate Granger. Looking to give it to McRobbie. Going to do so. Swings over to Pablo. They want to look down low to Roberts, but they're going to swing it over to Perez, who's going to try and drop it down low to Roberts, but it's going to be no good. Ball got knocked away by a Blue Devils player. Ball's going to be on the baseline for the Roos now. It's Peyton Gilbert coming back in for the Blue Devils now. Pablo throws it up to McRobbie. And McRobbie's going to draw the foul. A little bit too much right there from Anderson. Roos ball back on the baseline yet again. Going to toss it back out to McRobbie yet again. McRobbie's going to look for the handoff to Pablo. And Pablo mishandled the dribble, but was able to get to Granger. Granger, she's already hit three now, but the fourth one's no good. And that's going to be it for the first quarter here. 15-12 after the first. Kate Granger leading the scoring right now for the Roos with 9 points. And on the other side, once the stats decide to load, 5 points from Anika Anderson. I guess the first shot that they counted as that I thought was a three was only a 2. Second one was a 3. Or it was the other way around. One of the shots that she hit was not a three-pointer. But Anika Anderson's leading the scoring for Fredonia right now. And as I said on the Canton side, Kate Granger, 9 points, hitting 3 threes in that first quarter. Way better start for the Roos compared to yesterday. Only 8 points in the first quarter, almost unheard of with this team. Got off to a very cold start, but as the game progressed on, the offense started clicking a lot better. And the team started clicking a lot better together, and everyone started playing well. And with this little break, we'll be back once the second quarter starts. And we're back, about to start the second quarter here. It's going to be Blue Devils ball. It's going to be Calvitis ringing it up for them. Starters back on the court for the Roos. That's Peyton Gilbert in the post now. Kicks it back out. That's Calvitis for 3. High rimming shot's no good as it bounces up and hits the support. Roos ball the other way. Here's Pablo now. A little bit of a half-court press here by the Blue Devils, but Pablo's able to break it quickly. Kate Granger able to kick it over to McRobbie. That's a long 2, but the shot's no good. Here's Calvitis going the other way for the Blue Devils. Only a 3-point game now. Blue Devils started bringing it back into the game late in the first quarter. Here's Calvitis able to get into the post right there. Kicks it back out to Grace Alexander. And here's Alexander going to take it herself. Layup's no good though. Granger with the hard rebound, but Gilbert was able to hang on to it still, so it's going to be a jump ball. Roos ball going the other way. Pablo looking to run the offense. Abigail Rice back out on the floor for the Roos after taking a hard hit earlier in the first quarter. Here's Granger now. And she fell down, it seems, when trying to make a dribble move. Roos hang onto it though, and here's Oniceto at the elbow now as they swing it over to Pablo. Pablo gonna have to take the tough contested mid-range, and it's no good. Rebound by the Blue Devils here. They're gonna look to drive quickly. That's Snellick with their Stackhouse now driving in, left hand, a lot of contact. Layup's no good though. McRobbie with the rebound. Pablo quickly throwing it up to Granger. Almost got intercepted by Snellick. Granger able to get the layup going. Gets the first buckets of the quarter for us. As Kate Granger up to 11 points now, leading the scoring for the Roos. Here's Gilbert at the elbow now. Looked to hand it off to Alexander, but no. Turned it back around. That's Snellick now. Kicks it down low to Stackhouse. Stackhouse looking to post up McRobbie. McRobbie gets a hand on it though. And the pass out almost gets stolen away, but Oniceto is able to keep it away from the defenders. Roos able to hang on to it. Here's Pablo now. Gonna take a screen from Rice and drops it down low to McRobbie, but it gets knocked away by Stackhouse. It's gonna be Roos ball down low. Anika Anderson checking in for the Blue Devils now. The current leading scorer for the Blue Devils. Throwing out to McRobbie. Kick back over to Oniceto. Almost mishandled it. Hang on to it though. Oniceto gonna look to drive herself. Floater and one by Hope Oniceto. Hope Oniceto looking to convert the 3-point play here now, as that's her first bucket of the game. And she converts the 3-point play. The senior guard from Illinois, from Bolingbrook, Illinois. Here's Calvitis. Gonna look to drive it herself, but Oniceto knocked it away, and Pablo almost came up with it. But Grace Alexander gonna take the 3 herself after grabbing it. No good. McRobbie with the rebound. McRobbie looking to possibly get a double-double tonight yet again with rebounds. Swings it over to Oniceto, who was open, but drops it down low to McRobbie, who's got the free post-up position, but the layup's no good from McRobbie. Rebound by Anderson. Here's Calvitis going the other way for the Blue Devils. 8-point game for the Roos. Alexander kicks it down low. That's Gilbert. Looking to get the post hook going. No good though. Tipped away by Granger and grabbed by Oniceto. Hope Anasello going to set it up for the Roos now. Hands off to Pablo. Swings it over to Granger. Back up to Rice. Swings over to Anasetto, who's got the three, and it's good! Hope Anasetto for the deep three. Quick 6 points here for Hope Anasetto now, as she looks to get activated here tonight. Here's Grace Alexander, going to want to try and find an answer. Anika Anderson, another three, but it's no good. Abigail Rice with the rebound and hands it over to Pablo. Quickly moves it up. She's got Kat McRobbie with her. Pablo going to take the quick short jumper, and it's good. Quick little scoring run here for the Roos. Timeout by the Blue Devils. 25-12 here with 6 minutes left. We'll be right back after the timeout. And we're back from the timeout break. A few substitutions in here for the Blue Devils. As with the ball there was Gigi Gaston. Here's Anika Anderson, still the leading scorer for the Blue Devils right now. Swing over to Brazier. Brazier looking to make a move. Back to Gilbert, back to Anderson, over to Gaston. Kick back outside. That's Alexander with the mid-range jumper, and it's no good. A lot of open space under the basket, but Granger is able to jump down there to get the rebound. And here's Kate Granger now, going to bring it up herself. Quick cut by Anasetto. Granger saw the feed, but Anasetto wasn't able to hang on to it and keep the lane going. Kick outside. That's Abigail Rice now with Granger now. Granger going to have a free mid-range pull-up, but it's an air ball. Very uncommon so far this game from Granger. Her shots have all been pretty close. Another sub coming in for the Roos. That's Chelsea Tyler, the freshman, as well. Sadie Strawberry is on the court for the Roos. Multiple freshmen coming in for the Roos here as they hold a 13-point lead. Here's Gaston. Kicks up to Anderson. Anderson going to take the quick three yet again, but it's no good. Pablo with the rebound. Pablo's got Tyler on her left, but Pablo's going to look to take it herself. Floaters, no good. A lot of contact, but no foul called. Here's Brazier with the ball now. Going to hand it over to Gaston. Gaston frees it back over to Brazier. Brazier thought about the shot, but no good. Gilbert almost lost it. Here's Alexander now. Alexander going to take the screen. Being smothered by the Roos on the elbow right now, and they're going to get called for the travel before the dribble. Blue Devils really wanted to take that mid-range jumper out the screen right there, but the Roos would not allow it. And Marika Kroon's going to be coming in for Strawberry now. Marika Kroon, the senior center from Van Hornsville, New York. Here's Pablo now. Going to get a screen from Kroon. Big screen. Kroon on the cut. Layup's no good though. Really good pick and roll play by Pablo and Kroon. Here's Gaston now on the other end. Gaston throws it down low, but it's stolen away by Strawberry. Pablo able to hang on to it. Pablo getting a screen from Strawberry now. Pablo, quick mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound by Anderson. Gonna hand it to Gaston. Gaston feeds it back over to Anderson. Quick mid-range jumper. Bounce is no good. Granger got her hands on the rebound, and they're gonna say it was out on Granger. She wasn't able to hang on to it after coming down with it. That's Jakira Stackhouse coming back in for the Blue Devils. Inbound by Gilbert here, over to Gaston. Swung over to Grace Alexander, kicked out to Brazier, almost lost it, but managed to hang on to it. And Pablo jumped the lane back to Alexander. Pablo's got Granger with her, but Pablo's gonna take herself. Foul and one for Sierra Pablo. Sierra Pablo looking to get involved with the scoring now here with the Roos. 15-point lead currently right now. Could be 18 with Pablo's conversion here. And the ball rims out on Pablo's shot. And Blue Devils is going to look to push quickly. That's Alexander for three, and it's good from Grace Alexander. 12-point game now. Here's Pablo with the ball, looking to set it up with for the Roos. And Pablo's just going to pull the three herself, but it's no good. And we're now a sub coming in for the Roos. That's Emma Perez checking in for Pablo. The senior guard out of Austin, Texas. Blue Devils feed it over to Gilbert on the elbow. Gilbert's been finding the elbow to be her home so far in this game. And the pass seemed to be a big miscommunication right there from the Blue Devils, as Snellick was looking to pass it out to someone on the corner and no one was there. Emma Perez now going to bring it up for the Roos here. 12-point lead for the Roos with 3 minutes left here in the first half. Here's Strawberry now. Swings it over to Chelsea Tyler. Chelsea Tyler going to take the deep three, but it's no good. Kroon hustling for the rebound. Wasn't able to hang on to it, though. Blue Devils going to push the other way. That's Grace Alexander in the outlet. And she's going to get called for a travel right there. Grace Alexander, one of the leading scorers for the Blue Devils. Well, it looks like she's going to be getting subbed out here, as that's Kaylee Blodden coming in for Alexander. Natalie Bush checked in for the Roos for Kate Granger. Here's Emma Perez now with Blodden pressing up the half court. Here's Olivia Roberts, and Roberts is going to drop the foul. Lose the ball on the sideline. They give it to Perez. Perez is going to take the screen from Roberts. Going to feed it back over to Roberts, who's going to swing it over to Tyler. Tyler, a good shooter off the bench here. Back inside the Roberts. Roberts got the space. Layup, no good, but she grabs her own rebound. She's going to go back up with it. No good again. Almost grabbed her second rebound, too. Here comes Calvitis the other way for the Blue Devils. And Calvitis going to feed it to Blodden. Blodden thought about the shot, but no good. Hands it over to Snellick. Snellick swings it over to Stackhouse. Stackhouse is going to take the layup herself, but it's no good. But Gilbert grabbed the offensive rebound and drew a foul going back up with it. So it's going to be Peyton Gilbert going to the free throw line for two here. Emma Deal checking in for Strawberry. Peyton Gilbert, the leading scorer for the Blue Devils right now, 12.5 points per game. First free throw rattles out. Second free throw is short. It's going to be Rue's ball on the baseline. Because it didn't hit the rim. 12-point game here with 2 minutes left in the first half for the Roos. Fredonia fighting for a playoff spot here tonight. Roos just looking to lock in their seed. Chelsea Tyler swings it all the way over to Deal. Deal almost gets it knocked away, but looks like she managed to hang on to it and throws it back down to Emma Perez, who's got space for the mid-range jumper, and she banks it in. Really good hustle play by Emma Deal to keep the play alive. And a really good shot by Emma Perez. Emma's going to work on that play right there. Here's Stackhouse. Kicks out to Snell. Going to feed it back down to Stackhouse. Perez jumped at the steal. That's going to give Stackhouse the space to get the layup. Stackhouse answers quickly. But here's Perez. Going to run it up quickly with Emma Deal. Emma Deal going to swing it over to Chelsea Tyler. Blue Devils in a bit of a 1-3-1 zone here. That's going to leave Natalie Bush wide open in the corner, but the shot's no good. The Blue Devils trying to push it away. Here's Snellick. Kicks it up top to Blodden. Down low to Gilbert. Gilbert swings it over to Stackhouse, who's got the mid-range jumper, and it's good. 2 quick buckets from Stackhouse. It's now a 10-point game. Here's Natalie Bush. Roos seem to be struggling with this 1-3-1 zone at the running. But here, Emma Perez wide open for the three. The shot's no good. Emma Deal with the rebound now. Back outside. That's Chelsea Tyler. She's going to take one herself, but it rims out too. But Emma Deal hustling to grab the boards, but she couldn't hang on to that one. That 1-3-1 zone from the Blue Devils gives the Roos a lot of space to shoot threes, but it seems to be working as the Roos can't hit any shots right now. I'm sure if a few of those threes connect right there, the Blue Devils switch out of that defense. Grace Alexander checking back in for the Blue Devils now. Got Stackhouse up on top with her looking for the screen. Gonna hand it off to Snellick. Snellick looking to give it back to Alexander, but it looks like it's gonna get called for an illegal screen on Anderson. So it's gonna be 14 seconds left, Roos ball. 10-point lead here. Roos are probably gonna try and hold for the last shot here. Emma Perez is going to bring it up for the Roos. Emma Perez is going to feed it down low to Bush. Bush tried kicking it back outside to someone. Deal got a hand on it. Chelsea Tyler, quick shot up. No good. Less than a second left, and shot's not going to count. And that's going to do it for the first half here. 10-point game for the Roos, 29-19. Quick halftime stats right here. And for the Roos, leading scorer still is Kate Granger with 11 points, followed by 6 points from Hope Anasato, and then a pair of fours from Sierra Pablo and Abigail Rice. And Perez and McRobbie getting on the scoreboard too with 2 themselves. On the side of Fredonia, leading scorer switched over to Grace Alexander now. She hit a pair of threes with 6 points, followed by Anika Anderson, 5 points off the bench. Then followed by Stackhouse with 4, Peyton Gilbert with 2, and Jason Snellick with 2 herself. We'll be back after this short halftime break here. 10-point game for the Roos. Welcome back. We're about to start the second half here of the last SUNYAC regular season game between the Fredonia Blue Devils and SUNY Canton Rouge, as the Blue Devils are going to get the ball to start the half here. 29-19 was the score after the first half. Here's Grace Alexander. Back up top to Snellick. Sorry. Here's Blodden down low. Over to Peyton. Layup's no good. Abigail Rice with the rebound. Here's Hope Aniceto. Going to swing it over to Kate Granger. Leading scorer for the Rouge right now, currently Granger. Followed by Aniceto here with 6 points. Pabo going to get the space. Going to take the mid-range jumper herself, and it's good from Sierra Pabo. Quick mid-range jumper as Pabo opens up the second half for scoring for us. 12-point game for the Rouge now. Here's Stackhouse, top of the key. Swing over to Snellick. Into the corner to Blodden. Blodden, big behind the back. Over to Peyton. Into the corner. That's Alexander for three, but it's no good. Abigail Rice with the rebound. And she could not hang on to it, though. Alexander managed to get it back in and throws it down low to Peyton, who gets the layup. Abigail Rice unable to handle the ball after the rebound. Gave the Blue Devils second chance right there. Now here's Pabo. Back to a 10-point lead for the Rouge. McRobbie hands off to Pabo, who's going to throw it into McRobbie off the screen with a wide-open layup. Beautifully set play by the Rouge. Here's Grace Alexander, who hands it off to Stackhouse. It's a corner. That's Blodden. Wants to get it down low to Peyton. Peyton's in the post on Rice. But Blodden's going to take the shot herself, and the shot's no good. McRobbie fighting for the rebound. Hangs onto it and is able to throw it off the Blue Devils player. Make sure it stays Rouge ball going the other way. Good play by McRobbie. Looks like it's going to be Aniceto bringing it up for the Rouge. Hope Aniceto, the senior guard. Been a cornerstone for this program in the 4 years that she has been here. Pabo hands it off to her. Down low to Rice. Kicks it back to Granger. Granger on the cut. The layup. Almost got a crazy looking layup to go in it there. McRobbie was able to get the rebound. Looks like she took a bang right there as she brought it down. So she's going to draw the foul. It's going to be down low for the Rouge. That's Anika Anderson checking in for the Rouge. For Stackhouse. Or not for the Rouge. For the Blue Devils. For the Pabo down low now. Gonna throw it into the corner to Aniceto. She's got two people on her in the corner now. Aniceto's gonna dribble it out of there. Granger for three. No good. Big rebound though. Pabo's gonna grab it. Free throw line jumper is good from Pabo. Some quick buckets here from Sierra Pabo. And McRobbie was able to cut that give and go off right there that the Blue Devils tried orchestrating. McRobbie read it the whole way. Blue Devils trying to get the inbound in here. Very hard pass in. That's Snelka on the baseline now. Hands it off to Peyton. Peyton going to drive in. Aniceto came in with the help. And it looked like it was good defense, but the refs called a foul. Probably, I'm assuming on Abigail Rice. And I'm correct about that. Aniceto jumped in at the perfect time to help contest the shot. Peyton's going to go to the line for two, though. And Peyton struggles at the line. Continue here as she misses the first one. And she misses both now. And Pabo with the rebound from the three-point line. And Pabo going to look to set it up for the Rouge here. 14-point lead for the Rouge. Swing it over to Aniceto. She's got space. But the shot's no good. Here's Snelka the other way. Snellick the other way. Oh, that's Snellick, top of the key now. Swings it over. That's Blodden. Blodden's on Aniceto on her. Going to hand it off to Anderson. Anderson's been a pretty good shooter today. But it rolls out. Wow. Very unlucky shot. Aggressive jump ball right there. Good job by Aniceto to hang on to it, though. going to be a Ruse ball going the other way. We got some subs coming in. It's Jada Pina checking in for Abigail Rice. Pina, the senior from Tucson, Arizona. Some press yet again here by the Blue Devils. Adeseto and the Ruse break it effortlessly. Beautiful cross-court passing by the Ruse. Breaks it open and gives McRobbie the free layup. Now 16-point lead for the Ruse. Grace Alexander here now hands it off to Stackhouse. Swings it over to Snellick. Snellick gonna look to drive. Right hand stops. Good pump fake move by Snellick right there to get the layup. And Pablo gonna feed it over to Aniceto. You got Pina down low. They're gonna get it back up top to Pablo. Gonna swing it around the court. That's Granger wide open in the corner for three. That's good. Number 4 for Granger tonight now. Kate Granger's been looking pretty good from beyond the three-point arc today now. As we're going to get a timeout call here. We'll be right back after this timeout. And we're back here from the timeout now. Blue Devils ball on the other end. 17-point lead for the Ruse right now. 40-23. Kate Granger off of another three-pointer from her tonight. And Blodden, good pump fake right there to get Aniceto jump in. Good layup right there by Blodden. Cuts the lead down to 15. Sierra Pablo now looking to keep the momentum going for the Ruse. Kate Granger here. We're going to look to throw it into Pina, but pass was just a bit too high. And that's Grace Alexander with the steal going the other way now. We're going to hand it off to Blodden. Blodden going to look to post up, find Stackhouse. Stackhouse thought about the three, said no. Went to drive in, and Anaceto's going to knock it away. And she's still fighting for it. Granger is able to pick it up. Kate Granger going to take it into the basket now. Drives in for the layup and draws the foul. Kate Granger going to the line for two.
Is it being like this?
And Granger hits the first one, misses the second one. Blue Devils pushing the effort the other way. That's Snellick now with the ball. Gonna look to drive the baseline. Gonna draw the foul on Kate Granger. It's going to be a timeout for the Blue Devils here off of the foul call. We'll be right back after this timeout. And we're about to be back here after this timeout. Blue Devils ball on the baseline here. 41-25 scoreline for the Roos. A few subs coming in for both teams. Gonna hand it off to Alexander. He's gonna look to drive it in, but kicks it out. Tipped at first. That's Calvitis kicking over to Anderson for three. It's no good. Emma Deal fighting for the rebound. And he's gonna get called for a jump ball. A few subs coming in on both sides of the team. Emma Deal, Natalie Bush, Grace Villeneuve checking in for the Roos. Looks like Anderson and Brazier and Calvitis checked in for the Blue Devils. Here's Alexander, gonna take it herself. Left hand is good for Grace Alexander. Here's Sierra Pablo going the other way with the Roos. 41-27 scoreline. Here's Villeneuve. Gonna swing it over to Emma Deal. Into the corner, that's Natalie Bush. Look to get something going here, and she's gonna draw the foul driving in right here. It's gonna be foul number 2 for Brazier. It's gonna be Sierra Pablo taking the ball inbounds here. They throw it up to Villeneuve. They kick it back out to Bush. They're swinging it over to Pablo. Down low to Pena. Pena with the double team. They managed to get the shot up, but it's no good. Brazier with the rebound. Gonna take it the other way quickly for the Blue Devils. Gonna quickly hand it off to Alexander. He's gonna throw it down low to Anderson, who almost lost it, but managed to throw it to Calvitis. Ball's loose, but Calvitis hangs onto it. Calvitis gonna reset it for the Blue Devils now. Throw it in the Stackhouse. Stackhouse looking to hand off to Alexander. Gonna do that. Back down to Stackhouse. Stackhouse in the post. Kicks back out to Brazier. 5 seconds on the shot clock here. Brazier gonna take it up herself, and she's gonna draw the foul. Shot clock winding down. Brazier drives in to draw the shooting foul, so she's gonna go to the line for 2. The ref's talking something over about it, probably just confirming something. Or they might be looking at this play, I guess. Looks like they might be checking the video footage to see if this was a foul or not. It looked like there was a lot of contact from Natalie Bush on the drive-in, but perspectives can be a lot different because I was looking from behind Natalie Bush, so it can look a lot different from the other perspective for the refs on the baseline and on the other side of the court. But we'll be right back once they come back with the decision here. Looks like the call on the floor is going to stay as it was, with it being a shooting foul. So Ava Brazier will be going to the line for 2 free throws here for the Blue Devils. She misses the first one. And another substitution in here for the Roos as Marika Kroon checked in for the game for the Roos. High bouncing ball, eventually does not go in. Natalie Bush pulls on the rebound. Here's Emma Deal, gonna feed it over to Sierra Pablo. Swings over to Bush. Up top, Villeneuve. Swings over to Emma Deal. Emma Deal drives in, had the elbow jumper. pass it away though. Here's Villeneuve. Villeneuve gonna take the three. Bank shot in. Grace Villeneuve for three. Villeneuve hit a three last night as well. Now here's Stackhouse for the Blue Devils. Gonna swing it over to Anderson. Here's Anderson driving up the screen. Kroon picks her up. Kicks down low to Brazier, but Brazier couldn't handle it, so it's gonna be Rue's ball going the other way. Another substitution for the Roos. Emma Perez checks in. Well, it looks like they're saying it was out on the Roos. All right. So Blue Devils ball still. Stackhouse here in the corner. They're going to look to Grace Alexander in the corner. Back over to Stackhouse. Thought about the three. Got a little space, but she kicks it back out to Brazier. Brazier almost got stripped by Perez. Stackhouse managed to pick it up, though. Puts it up for the layup, and they're going to call a late foul. Jakira Stackhouse going to the free throw line now for two. That's Megan Krushka checking in for the Blue Devils. First free throw is good from Stackhouse. Second free throw is good. The Stackhouse goes 2 for 2 here. Here's Emma Perez now. 15-point lead for the Roos. 2:30 left in the third quarter. Emma Perez looking to try and size up the defender. Draws in the two-man. Emma Deal gonna drive in, creates space for Bush, takes her time with this shot, but it's no good. Emma Perez manages to get the rebound out. Tried knocking it off the Blue Devils player, but it bounced inside still. So Blue Devils coming the other way. Here's Calvitis driving in. Gonna kick back out. That's a wide open three, but it's no good from Krushka. And Villeneuve gonna throw it up quickly to Perez, but it was an overshot pass. So it's gonna be out of bounds. Blue Devils ball the other way. And that's Chelsea Tyler checking in for Villeneuve for the Roos. Still 15-point game for the Roos. With 2 minutes now here left in this third quarter. As Calvitis almost got stripped, but she managed to hang on to it and brings it in for the layup. Emma Perez has been knocking the ball away from the defenders all game, but just can't manage to get control of the steal. Perez hands it off to Tyler. Another zone here from the Blue Devils. They've been playing the zone a lot all game. Here's Tyler gonna drive in, gonna take the floater, but it's no good. And Emma Perez almost yet again knocking it away, but couldn't get her hands on it. And here's Brazier going the other way for the Blue Devils, gonna take it all the way herself. Foul and one. Coach Clausen can't believe that there was a foul call there. Neither can Beal, really, it seems like. Kate Granger going to be subbing in for the Roos, along with Hope Aniceto. And Brazier misses the free throw. Kroon grabs the rebound. Able to hand it off to Kate Granger. He's going to bring it up for the Roos here. Kate Granger probably going to look to go all the way, but no, kicks it out to Aniceto, who kicks it down low to Kroon, who's got the positioning in the post, and she manages to draw the foul. Marika Kroon going to the line for two here now. And that's Stackhouse's third foul now here, late in the third. 11-point game. Kroon knocks down the first one. And she goes 2 for 2 from the line there. Bringing the lead back up to 13 for the Roos. Here's Calvitis for the Blue Devils now. Blue Devils have been slowly trying to chip away at this lead, but the Roos keep coming back right as they seem to get close. Stackhouse going to post up herself and bring it in. Layup's no good, though, as Kate Granger comes down with the rebound. Kate Granger still the leading scorer for the Roos right now. Emma Perez had the space. Hands it off to Chelsea Tyler. Back over to Granger. Blue Devils back into the man-to-man. Here's Anaceto. Over to Tyler. Tyler's got space. She's going to pull it, but the shot's no good. Here's Calvitis going to throw it up. The Krushka pump fakes, but she's going to travel as she took a step. Roos ball the other way. Blue Devils bringing in some press here now. Granger and Perez going to be passing it back and forth to get it across. Perez throws it up to Anaceto. Almost threw it out of bounds. Anaceto hang on to it, but she's got the space for the three, but she decided not to take it. Perez throwing it over to Granger. And Perez is going to draw the foul as Brazier got a little bit too aggressive trying to reach in for it. And that's going to send the Roos to the free throw line now, so Perez is going to take 2 free throws here. And that's Kaylee Blodden checking in now, as that's Ava Brazier's 3rd foul here late in the 3rd quarter as well. And Perez knocks down the first one. And second one's good too. Roos have been shooting the free throws very efficiently so far today. Here's Calvitis now with Perez on her. Calvitis hands it off. Here's Blodden. Blodden's going to shoot the 3. That's good for Kaylee Blodden. The Blue Devils needed something like that. Their offense has been pretty dry spelled so far. Here's Anaceto. Thought about the 3 with 6 seconds left. Here's Kate Granger. Kate Granger got to pull the deep 3, and it rims off the edge. Kate Granger grabs the steal, though. Chelsea Tyler, that shot's good, but it's no good. She got the shot off in time, but wasn't able to convert on it. 12-point lead here heading into the 4th and final quarter here of this game, of the final regular season game for the women's basketball, for SUNY Canton women's basketball. We're going to be right back after this. We're going to take a little break. Be back at the start of the 4th. And we're back here to start the 4th and final quarter of the regular season for SUNY Canton women's basketball here, along with Fredonia Blue Devils basketball. Sierra Pablo here, going to take the screen from Olivia Roberts. Looked in front of mid-range, said no. McRobbie's going to take it in herself here. A lot of contact, but nothing there. Stackhouse gets the block. Blue Devils going the other way with Calvitis here. Swings it over. That's Stackhouse. Over to Grace Alexander. Back to Snellick. Snell's going to hand it off to Alexander. Alexander thought about the deep 3, but she's going to drive it in herself. Hands it off the paint, but it's stripped away by Pablo. And Sierra Pablo is going to take the quick jump stop. It's no good, but McRobbie on the offensive rebound is able to get the layup in. Here's Grace Alexander in the corner. Kick back out to Stackhouse. Over to Snellick, into the corner to Calvitis. Calvitis going to look to drive in. Now spin move, layup is no good, but a foul is called on Aniceto. 14-point game for the Roos here now. Calvitis going to take 2 free throws. There's been some. The Blue Devils have been missing a lot of their free throws today. And that's a lot of missed point opportunities here. I jinxed it by saying something there. Pablo and Granger working through the press here from the Blue Devils. And Granger misleads the pass. Pablo wasn't ready for the far wide out pass, so it's going to be Blue Devils ball going the other way. Blue Devils ball on the side. Alexander inbounding. Feeds it into Payton. Here's Alexander. Looks to give it back into Payton. Stackhouse swung over to Snellick. Back inside the Payton. They want to feed Payton down low. Payton finds Calvitis wide open in the post. Good play right there by the Blue Devils. They cut the lead down to 11. Here's Pablo, going to hand it off to Aniceto. Aniceto going to take the quick 3, but it's no good. Blue Devils going the other way now. Offense looking like they're starting to click finally. Here's Calvitis. Swung outside. It's Snellick. Going to drive in, hand off to Alexander. Almost gets knocked away by Pablo. Alexander hangs onto it though. Here's Grace Alexander. Over to Payton. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Deep 3 is no good from Calvitis. Here's Pablo. Pablo going to look to break the press herself, and she's going to do so wonderfully. Going to take it in herself. Find Roberts wide open in the paint. Beautiful play by Sierra Pablo right there. Doing it all herself. 13-point lead for the Roos here. Timeout is called by Coach Clausen. We'll be right back after the timeout. And we're back after that timeout. 8 minutes left here in the final quarter of the game. Blue Devils bringing up the ball. Calvitis. No changes here from the Roos. This here Stackhouse cuts inside. Back out to Calvitis. Calvitis going to drive baseline. Left hand, no good. Olivia Roberts grabs the rebound. Pablo jumps the steal attempt right there. Going to swing it out to Aniceto, who thought about the 3, said no. Kicks out to Granger. He's going to try and reset it here maybe. Granger kicks it back outside. That's Aniceto. And here they're going to kick it back out to Pablo, who's going to reset with 12 seconds on the shot clock here. Swing off the hand off to Granger. Back over to Pablo. They looked for the pass inside, but it's no good as Grace Alexander steals it. And she's got Calvitis running the floor with her. And the layup is good off the break. Pablo going to quickly take it. Feeds it up to Granger, who's got a free lane. Layup is good from Granger with the contact. Kate Granger continuing her great scoring performance so far today. Down low, Gilbert's no good. Knocked away by Roberts. Granger grabs the rebound. Granger feeds outside to Oniceto. Thought about the three. Said no. Granger looking at the shot. Feeds it down low to Roberts. Roberts got in the post. Quick turnaround shot's no good, but McRobbie grabs the rebound and is able to put it up. Here's Calvitis in the corner now. Or Snellick, sorry. Swings over to Grace Alexander. Back over to Snellick. Down low to Gilbert. Got a little bit of space and gets the N1 call. Off the turnaround layup for Peyton Gilbert. She's going to the line for one. And Gilbert's layup is good, converting the three-point play. Granger and Pablo looking to break the press it again. Going to throw it up to Oniceto. Couldn't keep her hands on it. Throws it down low. That's Abigail Rice, who just checked in. Gets the bounce pass to McRobbie, who gets the layup. As Kat McRobbie now has a double-double here in this game off rebounds and points. Here's Gilbert. Or Blodden, sorry. Blodden with the three. Hit one earlier, but no good. Grabs her own rebound now. Almost traveled, but kept her foot down. Drops it down low. That's Gilbert in the post. Fadeaway shot is no good. And Rice almost kept it in, but it's going to be out on Abigail Rice. That's Chelsea Tyler checking in for the Roos now. Inbounded from Anderson. Out to Brazier. Anderson going to take the quick corner three. She hit two earlier, but it's no good as Granger grabs the rebound. Granger having a stellar performance here tonight to close out the season. As Granger's going to make a move. Mid-range jumper. Banked is good. Number 19 with 19 points now so far tonight. As it's now a 16-point game for the Roos. Here's Grace Alexander. So looking to slide around. Gets the quick under layup, but it's no good. Rebound is good by Gilbert. Put back rebound layup by Gilbert is good. Here's Pablo the other way. 14-point game for the Roos. 4:30 left on the clock here in the final quarter of the season. Here's McRobbie. McRobbie from the elbow. Drives in. And one for Kat McRobbie. McRobbie going to go to the line to convert the three-point play here. The free throw is no good from Kat McRobbie. Now here's Blodden the other way. Blodden stuck on the elbow, trying to find someone. Here's Gilbert, top of the key now. Gonna drive in herself on Rice. Gets stuck though, kicks it back out to Blodden, who's gonna pull the corner three, but it's no good. Deep rebound by Gilbert, grabs the rebound and puts it back in. And it's gonna be a timeout here for Coach Clausen. 14-point game still here for the Roos. The Blue Devils need to find something now and have it start clicking, as the clock is their enemy right now, as time slowly keeps ticking away here for the season. Because if I'm correct with how the point standings work, the Blue Devils need this win tonight to secure a playoff spot. If I'm remembering correctly with how the standings were looking. I could be completely wrong. I'm going to check it right now just to be sure. A win here will definitely help Fredonia in the playoffs as they are still battling for seeding with 3 other teams. Amadillo checked in now. Here's Pablo, free throw line jumper. It's going to bounce right in for Sierra Pablo. Now 16-point game for the Roos. Here's Blodden at the elbow, kicks outside. That's Brazier on the 3-point line. Brazier with deal on her. Down low to Gilbert. Gilbert's been scoring a lot so far here late in the 4th, and it's going to be a foul going the other way. Roos ball. We got some subs coming in here now for the Blue Devils. Looks like another number 11, Natalie Leeper. And I did not catch the number of the other player. Shalia Helmick. McRobbie kept it in, but it's stolen away by Peyton Gilbert. Gilbert gonna look to run the floor here. Kick over to the corner, that's Leeper. Gonna swing it back outside, that's Blodden up top now. Hands it off. And it was knocked away by Pablo, but they're gonna call a reaching foul on Sierra Pablo. And that was Helmick with the ball, who drew the foul. Here's Helmick. Throws it over to Blodden. Down low to Anderson. Hook shot is no good. Rebounded by Chelsea Tyler. Chelsea Tyler with a little bit of pressure is able to break it up though. Clausen called a timeout to get the substitution in. And that's Sadie Strawberry coming in for the Roos. And Emma Perez came in too. And some more subs for the Blue Devils. Number 22, Caitlin Wagner coming in for the Blue Devils. Here's Emma Perez. 2:40 left on the clock. 16-point game for the Roos right now. Looking healthy in the driver's seat. Perez, corner to Chelsea Tyler. Back outside to Emma Deal. Emma Deal gonna pull the deep mid-range, but it's no good. Emma Perez hustling to keep it in. But it's no good. As well as Emma Fippen coming into the game for the Roos, number 11. Freshman out of Potsdam, New York. Here's Helmick, or Leeper, sorry, over to Blodden. Back outside, 32 Anderson. Shot by Leeper is no good. Almost rebounded right there by Wagner, but it's knocked out of bounds by Emma Deal. Here's Blodden. Gonna hand it off to Helmick. Helmick gonna drive, kick it off to Wagner. Layup good by Caitlin Wagner. 14-point game with 2 minutes left on the clock here. Emma Perez now. Gonna feed it off to Tyler. Tyler gonna take the deep three, but it's no good. Here comes Leeper the other way. Hands it off to Helmick. Helmick gonna kick it to the corner to Blodden. Blodden, hope the jab step work, no good. That's Wagner down low. Kicks it outside back to Helmick. Over to the corner of Anderson. Deeper into the corner, that's Leeper. Kicks it back out top to Helmick. And Helmick drives in, kicks it back out to Blodden. Blodden's gonna shoot the three, and it's good for Kaylee Blodden. And it's gonna be timeout here to get the subs in. Number 21, Megan Krushka checking in for the Blue Devils. Minute 18, 11-point game. Minute 15 left on the clock here. Rue's going to look to try and bleed this clock down. Low time on the clock, but 11-point game is still shooting distance. Here's Emma Fippen in the post. Went up for the layup, but hard foul. That's Emma Fippen going to the line for 2 now. Emma Fippen knocks down the first free throw, but misses the second. Here comes the Blue Devils the other way. This is Helmick right here. The ball. Tried kicking it out to Anderson, but it was knocked away. Anderson managed to corral it, though. Over to Leeper. Leeper going to look to try and run around the elbow. Almost lost it. Kicked it back out, though. Throws across the court to Anderson. Bank shot, no good. Fippen almost got a hand on it. Looks like she tripped on the court trying to grab the rebound, though. It's going to go out on her. It's going to stay Blue Devils ball here on the baseline. Or, never mind, yes, it is going to stay Blue Devils ball here on the baseline. Rest for signaling something else. Blue Devils looking to get it in. Quick inbound pass, down low to Caitlin Wagner. It's going to be a foul on Strawberry. Here's Anderson, top of the key now. Down low to Caitlin Wagner, in the post, left hand, no good. Strawberry with the rebound. And with 20 seconds left on the clock, the Roos are most likely going to run out the clock here. And with that, the Roos are going to finish their regular season with a very big win here tonight, heading into playoffs. Next Tuesday, SUNY Canton women's basketball team will host the first round of the playoffs. Opponent to be determined. What an amazing season for this team here, as they finish the season with a 19-6 overall record. As for Fredonia, they're not out of the playoffs yet, but it's a 50-50 determination depending on how other teams' record games go if they make the playoffs in that final spot. But no matter what, after the win yesterday, our women's team locked in the 3rd seed, and that is where they will stay starting into the playoffs next Tuesday. They took down the score on me early, just like they did yesterday. Once I get the stats pulled up here, I'll be able to give some final stats of that game. Coming up next here will be the men's side of the basketball sport. Here we got the SUNY Canton men's basketball team playing against the Fredonia Blue Devils basketball team here in both of these teams' final regular season match as well. Still trying to pull up the stats for this game. Here we go. Final score was 65-53 in SUNY Canton's favor, 12-point win. And on the side of SUNY Canton, scoring was led by Kate Granger with 19 points, followed by Kat McRobbie with 14 and a double-double for her stats, as she got 11 rebounds as well on top of it. And Sierra Pablo rounded out the top 3, scoring with 10 points. And we had Olivia Roberts and Marika Kroon off the bench scoring some buckets, along with Grace Villeneuve hitting her 3. And on the side of Fredonia, their scoring was led by Peyton Gilbert with 11, followed by Grace Alexander with 8, and Ashley Calvitis with 7. I hope you... It was a really good game by the women's team right there. Solid showing out. We're going to have a little while break here for the men to warm up, but we'll be back soon as we watch the men's side go at it here from both of these colleges.